RuneScape Mobile has had quite a few changes in the past. I used to actually play exclusively on mobile when I first started my YouTube channel. And a lot of you guys probably don't know this, but when I first started, everything was done on mobile, like everything. So I do know this client pretty well, and it is pretty important. I like it. Like I like to see it do well. So there's been a few issues in the past with it, and I made a video recently actually talking about things that should have been changed or should be changed that would help out a lot, and solutions and stuff to things that people don't really like. And in the last patch notes, Jagex actually fixed most of those things. It wasn't because of the video, before we get into that. The video wasn't out long enough for it to be for that, but talking about the same sort of things over the last few years with just the whole community, not just me. Clearly some of these things have been fixed, and it's a really good thing that they have. So we're going to take a look at the client today. I'm going to jump in and have a look around and see the things that have changed and give my thoughts on that, and then just basically talk about where the mobile client is today, and then any extra things that maybe they could do to improve as well. I think making these sort of videos are only going to be good whether they get seen or not. It gets other people talking about it as well, and then the ideas get shared around. You guys can comment your things that you think are good, gets everybody talking about it, and then when they do ask in the future on like another Twitter post like they did this time about fixes that could be done and things that are going to be good, those ideas come back to it. They're things that everybody saw and was like, oh, that's a really good idea in the comments and stuff, and then they can mention that to them, and then we can get all those sort of fixes through as well. Anyway, so I like to keep talking about this, and I like to touch on it every time they do a big update. So let's jump into the mobile client and let's take a look. Okay, so here we are in the mobile the mobile app. So basically there's a lot of things that have changed, and I can kind of see it already. I had a quick glance at it during the patch notes to make sure that things were working right, but one of the biggest things that I know has been changed is this combat thing here, right? So you can have, oh, look at it, the backpack over the freaking combat things. This is something I've said for so long, and it used to be a thing. This used to be a thing way back when mobile released in like early alpha days. This used to be a thing. Your backpack would have a scroll bar, and that's where I got the idea from when I used to talk about it, because it just makes sense. It just makes sense. You can access your backpack and you can use your combat thingies in the past. But like before this update, it used to be that if you, I'll have to take these away to show you, but the full inventory would actually be there no matter what. And you'd have your other stuff like over here where I'm clicking now. The other icons would still be there, but it wouldn't show together. That overlaps. Oh wait, that's even better, is it? No, that's not better. But you can kind of overlap it if you want to. So if you want to, you can open it and bring that up, and then maybe you've just got food at the bottom there, and you could keybind that here. And then you got more. You got like, how many have you got there? You got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows rather than 2.5 rows. That might actually be better. That might be a better way to do things if you just actually want to do it like that. You can do this. You got more rows that way. Way more inventory space. I'd actually probably do that as long as clicking this doesn't go through and click through the inventory, then that's pretty good. Let's check actually. Let's have a look, because this is just going to be me going through and talking about my thoughts on this. By the way, they can talk about the different things and then give my ideas and stuff and any improvements. So let me just quickly put my pin in and I'll be back. Okay, pin is done. Does the bank look different? Are the icons smaller in the bank? They might be. If they are, they seem cleaner. I don't know. Maybe my bank just seems more organized than normal. I really don't know. But either way, let's load a preset real quick. We'll do number 6. That's Raksha, right? Yeah, number 6. So we'll do that. And then if I click now on animate dead, do I eat the food as well? No. Oh, you don't. So if I press the prayer, it works too. You can't click through this. Although I've got blue blubbers. Why isn't that working? Eat green blubbers. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That makes sense then. But basically, this now means that you can switch. You could switch between. So let me put this on Revolution, for example, for the combat. If we put that on Revolution here, you can now actually switch between your weapons nice and easily. Because where's my wand and orb? There. And then that's changed. We're on the wand and orb. We're on the staff. You could 4-tick on it. You could 4-tick on mobile. Wait, can we actually do that? Let's have a quick check. No, I mean, there's no point. There's no point. It's a waste of time. But that's good. So much better having access to the inventory. And then if we even actually go back to how it normally is meant to be, like this, even that's better because you can scroll down. You can still see your stuff there, right? So we can still change to the one and orb. We can still change to the laceration boots and the Masuta's war spear for bladed dive. And then we can change back to the staff nice and easily as well. So like, why was this never a thing? This is so good. Jagex have listened to this one. This is like the best. Now, you guys may have noticed the next thing that I'm going to talk about, which is going to be the currency pouch. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's right there. We can access it. We can't examine it. Can we not? Wait, if we examine this? No, view your currency. But you can see how much money you've got basically, at least there. I'm assuming we can't withdraw from here as well, can we? Or if I just click it once? No. But tap it and hold it? No. So you will still have to come if you want to withdraw money from your actual pouch. Let me go get some inventory space back. Oh, wait. No, it's there. Oh, wait. Oh, you can. So, oh, right. So on the backpack, I just noticed these. There's menus on each individual thing. So if I go to my skills, there's nothing in there in the top right. But if I go to one equipment, you've got your aura management, one equipment stats, all the stuff that you would have at the bottom normally. And then on the backpack, it's just there. That's so much easier. So much easier. You've got your wealth evaluator. You've got your invention stuff. And you've got your currency pouch as well, your price checker. So price checker comes up, you can put your stuff in. And then from that, if you hold the price checker, you can then withdraw money and examine money. So if you examine it, it'll tell you exactly how much is in your coin pouch, and then you can withdraw it. Genius. That's actually a really, really clever way of doing it. And it's so much more easy than trying to hold click on that and hoping you're doing it right. That's good. Well done, Jagex. Absolutely brilliant. And I don't want any of this sound patronizing, by the way. I did this video because it's great. Like, I think they've done a really good job. So they've added down here at the bottom, if you can see, summoning and prayer icons to the little orb thingies that show you your prayer points and your summoning points. Those were a little bit confusing for anyone who was new to the game because you didn't really know what they were for, right? They were there. They were just the colors. And while we understood as experienced players, it wasn't that obvious for anything else. All the books seem a lot easier. Ancient curses, what's in here? Quick save, prayer setup and stuff is there. Cool. And these respond. I wonder, actually. One thing I want to check is it has the position for the auto retaliate been fixed. Let's have a look. Oh no, it has. It has been fixed. Okay, it has been fixed. You can actually click the sword now on your auto retaliate, and that will change for you. Perfect. You don't have to click off to the side anymore. So beautiful. That's good. So another thing that I've seen people complaining about a little bit now since the changes is actually the quest log. So on the right hand side, it used to let you customize all these icons, right? You could set up your own ribbon, they call it. It was your ribbon. They've set it up now in a way that I think is set up for PVM. This is set up for PVM, I think. Like, you've got your abilities, you've got your prayer, your spell book and stuff, and you've got your prayer book, and then you've got your familiar, and then your drop log. I guess this one doesn't really need to be there. They should let us customize maybe one or two of these, but I think the others are fine. The one that I've seen people complain about, though, and it's fair enough, is you can't put your quest icon on them anymore. You used to have your quest thing up there. You could customize it however you want. So if you were doing quests, which a lot of people did on mobile because it's like you sit on your couch, you do your quests, you could open your stuff really quick. But you can do this instead, guys. You can do this instead. Click on your little task list up here, which is next to the yak icon. Open that. And whatever your active quest is, you can just tap that. When you've tapped the active quest, which is not working now, there we go. You can come into this and it'll see your activity tracker. You can click on your journal, if I can click through that, there we go, and it'll open this, and then you've got it'll take you straight to it, so you can see your quest overview and stuff. You can see what you need to do next. You can just close this off, and it'll still stay there, and you can just minimize it again. So that will keep your active quest for you there. So if anyone wondering about that, you can definitely still do that. Don't panic about it, it's still good. And I think that's fine. I don't think that's a problem. It's out of the way, and it takes you straight to your quest thing, which the other thing would have done as well. So it wouldn't have opened in the window here on the side, so it's fine. The next big thing, of course, is the chat window. This used to stay like this. You couldn't get rid of that little box. It was there all the time. So when you're in combat and you've got a target and you've got your buffs and stuff and you're running around trying to fight, you would chat, you'll press this sometimes. Oh my God. It was just not good. And yeah, you were trying to like move, open the chat window or something. It's just in the way, right? It's just in the freaking way. But now, watch, you can hidden mode it. Oh, it's gone. This is good. Give us screen space back. It's so good. Get rid of that. Look, you can see even the map seems better as well. Like, I know that it's not changed a ton, it's still a rectangle, but it seems cleaner. The compass works nice and easy. The run stuff is turned on and off. If you click it once, it opens a menu rather than just toggling it. So that's nice and easy and nice and cleaner. They've done a good job. They really have. So to get this, by the way, the backpack, you have to come into settings. Let's do that real quick. So we're going to go in the back into settings here. And if you go to interfaces and go to UI customization, you want to have right action buttons always show the right action buttons ticked. If you don't have that ticked, then your inventory won't overlay like that. You have to have that ticked. It won't be ticked by default, I don't think. At least mine wasn't. So you want to make sure that is ticked because that's huge. That's massive. Doing combat now is going to be so much easier. Like so much easier. Loading preset, grab you've got your stuff here. You just have to set up your action bar to suit. Now, the only thing I would kind of like to see for combat now, and it would make it like so much easier. This would make combat probably pretty decent on mobile. Like it really would. Not for like super end game bosses still, but you would be able to do things like Raksha pretty comfortably, I would say, on here. And that was just to add another 8 action buttons here. So as you can see, I'm going to tap on the screen, my character will move, but here where I'm tapping in the space between the health bar and the other ones, you could quite easily put 4 more icons either side, just going up. I'll do like a little screen overlay for you guys to see on, during editing, but you could quite easily add another 4 icons here, and you could have this as set to like just another action bar, so like one of these, but just show the first half there, and you could have your defensives on that. And if you had your defensives on it, then you could have things like your bladed dive, for it to clear the pools extra, for example. You could have your resonance, you could have your barricade, or whatever you need for actually doing whatever boss you're going to. You could put them there, and the quick access. You could even put your switches there, but you've got your backpack now, so it's not the end of the world. But for example, if I'm doing combat, and let's say I'm attacking this dummy, I could put bladed dive on one of the icons down here, and then when the pools are ready to be cleared, I can quickly click on my my boots and my lance, my suited war spear, and I could bladed dive from the icon to where I needed to go, and then change back to the staff and the other boots. It'd actually be quite easy because your thumbs can move really quick, right? They can move quicker than a mouse can. So clicking that, doing your bladed dive, and then changing back to your staff, that's easy. That's really easy. So if we had access to another 4 things, because you're gonna need these, right? You could have Revolution do all your basics and probably clear up some of them, but some bosses are gonna need more. So I think that's probably like the next step, if possible, just to have like a second action bar thing on your screen, just 4 icons on each side, so another 8 icons. But that's your switches, that's your extra abilities that you may need, and that sort of stuff. Yeah, so that's definitely going to be pretty useful. I'm looking at this as a PVMer's perspective, of course, but I assume this is better for skillers as well. Like if you were doing things like Croesus, even, I know that's not that's PVM as well, but like just I'm a PVMer, so that's how I'm going to look at this. This is going to be a PVMer's take on it, but I think they've done a really good job, and I think that there is a lot of good changes. There's just a few extra things they could do to make this a bit better, but otherwise this is how it should have been on launch, man. This is how the game should have been on launch. It's so clean, it's so good, everything works nicely, and everything responds quicker as well. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but just from recording this video and having to mess around with it, I've noticed that all the icons and windows respond quicker too. So like clicking the home teleports just seemed to work. It used to be like you'd press like 6 times, nothing would happen. World map just going to load up straight away, pressing the X closes straight away. I used to always have issues with these, like the click boxes were just bad or something like that, but it just seems so much cleaner, and everything runs nice and smooth. Like it just looks good. Like it looks, they've done such a good job with the mobile client now. I just kind of wish they'd done this sooner than later. I don't know if there's a way to change the chat direction. It'd be nice. Oh, you can. I don't know if you could do that before, but there you go, it's done now. That's the best way for me to have it. I like it ascending. It's better for me, but it looks like they're adding options for the player rather than saying, well, it is what it is, this is what you've got. The yak track thing could probably go. We probably don't need the yak track thing there, but you know what, they got to make the money, I guess. They got to have some sort of promotion there. They put a shop button there a while ago, right? And everyone kicked off. I kicked off too, because they did it for the freaking launch release things. But it is what it is. They need money, I guess. They got to make that dollar. But yeah, I'm happy with all the changes. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and if there is any other stuff that need like following up on, any issues that people are having, then let me know. And I will actually make a part 2 to this, just talking about that sort of stuff. So anyway, that'll be it for the look around in here for today. Hopefully you enjoyed. Yeah. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this video, and like I said, it's obviously a PVMer's perspective on using the mobile client app, but I think they've done a lot of good stuff, and I think it's going in the right direction. Part of me just wishes that they'd done this before releasing it worldwide to everybody. The launch had so many pre-registered, it had so many players jump in, and it had so many players leave and think it was trash. I will actually make a video, if you guys want, reading through the RuneScape mobile reviews in the next couple of days before all these, before they start changing because of the good stuff and that. We'll go through the negative reviews, and we'll go through the positive reviews and see what people's concerns were, and you'll be able to sort of see what I'm talking about with when they released it, maybe a little bit too soon. I feel like it was to make a bit of money. They probably did make a good amount of money. Mobile players love to spend, get out of the card, and all that sort of stuff, and they do have plenty of mobile only players even now. There's loads of you guys listening. Comment below if you're a mobile only player. Well, you can probably agree with me too. If you started when they fully launched the app, you probably agree that they should have launched it with this now and they should have done all this stuff first, because it makes such a huge difference. It makes it easier, more enjoyable to play. The client was stressful to use at some point, so this is good. This is good for it, and I'm glad they are working on it. It's good to see that the mobile devs are doing a good job. Things just need to I don't know. I wish it was this before they launched it, basically. But anyway, I am happy with how it's going. Personally, I think it's great. I think they're doing a good job. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'm really interested in reading through them. I may make a part 2 if there's plenty of like things to talk about for a part 2. Let me know if you want to even hear that. Otherwise, leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Channel members, thank you so much for your extra support. I really, really do appreciate it. Your names will have been on screen at some point. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate that too. And I will see you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.